Alright, so we don't need that. So the phone is going to be on the delay.
That's cool.
Good look, bro. This is going to be cool, man. I bet you. Guarantee. Post it on my Facebook. Phone's be on camera.
And YouTube.
Alright. Play some scene in the background.
Law enforcement trying to disperse the crowd.
So it kind of beyond like all the images that come from here. What up, y'all? We're just getting shit set up. Give us maybe like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Make sure you get a good look on yourself. You see, I'm kind of right there. You got everything up over there? You got it balanced?
Yeah, put that on mute.
Why this shit not working? So, talk about. God damn, man, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There we go. Yeah, man, no, man, I could ask you questions and we can go from there, you know?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll set the table, you know what I mean?
Easy call.
Write the telephone number down on your notes so you can just refer to it.
Yeah.
424-261-3107.
Boom.
You want your phone? You're gonna need something.
Well, I got a little charge too. We have a little extension. We can't use that one. But,
Yeah. Oh, here. Trick. Man, you might be able to use this. Man, is anybody out there, man? Anybody out there?
let's see. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I need a
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
There's people there?
There's a few people here.
Okay.
I can use. Oh
Yeah.
use oh.
Ask the people if we can get a mic check. How it sounds to them out there.
Yeah. How's it going, everybody?
Peace, peace, peace. Yo.
How you doing, brother? Bentley. I'm
How,
sure.
how's it sound? Ask him. How's it sound?
How does it sound, Melissa? How does it sound out there to you? Can you hear us good? I'm sending you guys a wave back.
Remember, this is kind of loose.
Just comment in the section and let us know if you
1
can
to
hear
5, maybe? Like,
loud and clear. She says 1 to 5. If it's 1 to 5, is it a 5 or is it a 3? Hey.
it look good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let me use the restroom, man.
Would you say the sound is a?
Give us maybe 10 minutes, people.
Yeah, we're just getting set up. We're gonna have a 4. She said it's a 4. Okay. A 4 is good. A 4 is good. I like that. It's a beautiful evening. We're just getting started. We're gonna just kind of get this setting set. We're gonna have a great conversation tonight. You know, provide insight, healing, love, perspective from the front line. You know, from our perspective, because it's important. And tonight you can call in too. So you see the phone number at the bottom, 424-261-3107. You can call in and we can just have a conversation, you know. My mic is a little low, you said. My mic is a little low. Let me see.
It's a directional mic, so.
Yeah. Okay, so how about now? How about now, Melissa? Can you hear me a little better? I'm
What's up? What's up?
1 2 1 2 1 2. Is that a little better? Is that a little better right there?
It might be her phone. She might got an iPhone.
What's wrong with iPhone? I got an iPhone. What that mean? iPhone, Apple, Android. Half a dozen and 6, baby. Half a dozen and 6.
Yeah, it's all the same. Alright, so what am I doing? Okay, so now I need to post it.
Yeah, we live on my page right now. Much better, much better. Okay, good.
What you guys think about what's going on?
Yeah, man.
What the hell? What in the fuck is going on?
What in the world
What in
is
the-
going on?
Golly, man.
So much going on. What Marvin Gaye say? That shit was in the intro. What's
Real
going
shit.
on?
All right, so let me tell them, man. Let me just post it on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
Can I do a watch party or?
Yeah, I did a watch party on mine.
Okay, I never done that shit before.
I wanted to go live on Instagram, but I don't know how to
Ooh,
do that.
it might have to be just from your phone, huh?
Right. I should have brought it in my stand.
What am I doing, bro? How I do a watch party, bro? I first got to find you.
Share. You want to share? Go to Elevate Culture.
All right.
Or go to. You can even go to my page. You know.
All right.
Just type in my name.
Did anybody answer? Did anybody say what's going on?
Let's see.
Maybe I should get my laptop.
Not really yet. Oh, there he is, Dre. What's up, Dre?
Uh-oh.
What is going on, Dre? How you feeling, King? Just getting set up right here. Have a good conversation tonight, man. Just want to open it up.
And remember, you guys can call at any minute, 424-261-3107, and we could bring you right on in, you know?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
So,
What you got?
Elevate Culture.
That's not it.
All right, so where you at? Right now, we in Inglewood. You guys are tuned in to Inglewood, California. This is my studio. CIRC7E Studios, okay? I got YouTube page and stuff like that. Me and Quest will be putting out a lot more content in the near future. But this is the home of Black Los Angeles. This is the soul of LA. You heard? We are going through some crazy times, and the reason why I put this platform together is for moments like this. All praise to Allah, because I was like, many times on YouTube, you sit there, you get to watch people talk to you. You don't get to come back and talk to them. So I wanted a live situation where we can go live, where it's professional, and y'all can call in and say, because right now it's pressing. We want to get that off our chest.
Yeah, it's important, right?
Yes, take over on this. Okay. Oh, so you did it already?
Yeah, you live already.
Thank you, brother.
And you know, and the city is under curfew, you know, and it's a state of emergency right now. And so yeah, you want to get this, you want to be able to get this off your chest. I feel
Real
you.
shit, real
Absolutely. Shit. I wonder what the people feel tonight. You know, it's very interesting, man. I went out today and I saw the sentiment on a lot of people's faces, and I saw a lot of different groups coming together. You know, which was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's kind of hard to tell people how to protest. It's kind of hard to tell people how to be mad, be angry.
Facts.
You know? Like,
real shit.
You can't tell me how to mourn. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like unspoken rules, but we kind of all feel the same. You want to protect your own mourning and your own anger, as so control it too. You know, but I saw so many sentiments today, and I saw the pain coming from a wide range of people and groups that historically couldn't really find common ground to march on together. So the fact that we're seeing these play out and it becomes like this is a human right issue, because we're all humans at the end of the day. You know, we all talk about the chosen one, the chosen people, right? And I think it's been proven, because we've been here for millions of years, that at certain times certain people are chosen, and we know that we've been chosen. You know, all of us have been chosen to be here for a reason.
Like it or not, huh?
Like it or not. And so we have to figure out how to balance the tide, because, you know, most of the earth is water.
We look good.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish, brother.
Most of the earth is water. Water seeks its own level, so we got to be fluid, right?
So, all right. So, first of all, black people, what do we want? Okay? Like, right now, we have the attention of the world. Right now, we have the attention of the media. Right now is when we need to speak on exactly what we want. And it's an election season. Right now is the best. When he get in, he ain't gonna do nothing. But right now, he can at least try to do something. So I'm thinking, like, right now, we really got to press our issue on a black agenda.
Well, we have to understand it from a ground up focus and mentality. You have to start in your local community. This really your hood? Who's your neighborhood council president? You know what I'm saying? Who's your you know, what are the organizations, what are the political, governmental, and all the way up to your city council look like across the land? You know, it's different terminologies in different states just based off of how it's set up. So we have to look at it from a local government, ground up, grassroots up thing. You know, that means it starts with you.
So let's take our time and let's just try to understand what's happening. So, okay. I think it kind of starts with Ahmaud Arbery, right? Okay. That was in the public consciousness, hardcore. It was fresh in their mind. And then this shit happened. I mean, Breonna Taylor, they say too. But then this shit happened. Okay. And so it's clearly, like, I know this is very specific and it's already known, but you have to state the obvious. So it is a protest primarily from the mistreatment of police on so-called black people, right? Unfair killing, right? And we're demanding justice. Yeah. Now, for the first time, it's not just us saying we want justice. We have some help.
Right. And you can also say that we got a charge. We didn't get the right charge, but we got a charge. And that's kind of unprecedented.
Yeah, let's give us some credit. The crackers finally pressed the charge.
Yeah. So, but the thing about the third degree, it's very debatable.
And manslaughter. They gave both. So
right. So that doubles the load, because he can probably third degree is just like manslaughter, basically. But at the same time, it's two different charges. So,
But what they don't have to do with a murder, one, you have to prove your intent.
Mm-hmm.
And that is hella hard to get inside the mind of somebody.
Right.
So they said, let's make it a charge that we could really beat, you know?
we can really beat. But we have to put on the record, and we all kind of understand and express that anybody that presses for 8, 9 minutes, pressure on a neck, that's a death grip. That's
Yes,
like
it
if
is.
you just put somebody in a chokehold,
Yes, it is.
and you just hold him for 8, 9 minutes, you don't think he's gonna die?
Yes, brother.
So at the end of the day, that's another thing that we just all have to kind of like. Now we have to. That's gonna be in the post trial conversation, you know. Because I mean, if they charge him with 3rd degree, he ain't gonna get 2nd degree now. You know, right?
Is it the charge, or is it something bigger? Is it that we need police reform?
Well, what is police reform? See, police reform is based out of a very skewed kind of narrative. If you want to take back police to slave catching and all the way up, when did that really change? And when did that narrative of these people are that way ever really change? Like, and over time, individually, we have progressed, and we have plenty of data to show you how impressive we are on the planet, like what we offer humanity, what we actually offer humanity, right? And so we've never not been able to prove our genius in any type of industry. So with that being said, there's still a large stereotype and this huge cloud over the I mean, come on, we made affirmative action illegal. You know, so we said it, and it was like, nah, not really though. So I mean, Dred Scott case basically said that
Scott,
a black man, a white man, a black man
rights.
doesn't have no rights that a white man has to.
Let's put that one on ice. Let's put that one on ice.
Now,
because I want to talk about that.
Please,
I want to talk about that Dred Scott.
But all the way back to now, it still feels like that's the same sentiment. So if we don't want to have a real conversation about that, how do we get that deeply from being ingrained within the system and the minds of the people? And that's not necessarily us. We're not really asking for anything. But at the end of the day, that's something you have to deal with. And at this point, we're saying like it's not a conversation of we just asking and we just know. I mean, the people are really sick and tired because it shows just no respect for human life.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, we want human rights.
I mean,
want
Michael
some
Vick,
dignity.
Come on, man. Michael Vick has spent more time in jail for doing what he did with dogs.
I saw that.
You understand? Than all of the cops almost together, I've heard.
Yeah.
And we're talking about 500 cases.
Dogs? We talking about dogs?
Come on, guys.
Not human lives, but dogs.
Let's just be real with each other, and we can get through this because we're forgiving people. That's the thing that y'all don't really understand. We've been forgiving and forgiving.
We're the most spiritual people on planet Earth, man.
Because we still want to work with, because we're all tied together. We can't get away from each other. And a lot of you know this, and this is why we're getting this type of response at this point, because instead of us doing this type of thing on innocent humans that can actually contribute, that person, these people could have contributed to your children's future. They might have come up with an invention or some kind of way for other people. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we have to really have a real respect for all human life, all life. We got to look at it from a different perspective, you know, if we're going to really, really do this together, or you guys are just asking for a lot of friction. You feel me? And it may look like friction in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's getting bigger. The friction is not going to just be small. You know, people are talking. People are moving.
I want to say thank you to white people. Yeah. I want to say thank you to white people, right? Because many times, well, let's be honest, man. One of the reasons why we're in our sad position that we are in at times is because we don't really feel like we fit in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like many people just say, fuck, I'm just be a gangster then. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because we not fitting in, you know? And so many times as we drive down the street, we already know how it is to, you know, watch out for the police. It feel like terrorists when the police behind you. Yeah. Especially when you're in like your 20s, you know? It's terror, yeah. And then if over the years we were telling the world, like, yo, look at our rap songs and shit. All of it, like, fuck the police, all that. We've been talking about police brutality since the Black Panther Party. Mm-hmm. And it feels like now it takes hundreds of people. More people care, but I want to say thank you for that. Mm-hmm. I want to say thank you because we don't really get that love most of the time. As black men, we don't get no love. We don't get no love.
It's like, yeah, man, that's so old ago, man. Come on, you can't be serious.
So it feels good, man.
No, you're absolutely right. Because when I was out there today, I saw more white people than I did see people that look like me. And this brother right there. I'm gonna just be honest, you know. And I was out there on Fairfax and 3rd, and I saw it, and I was just there really to just, you know, I'm not really that type of protester. Just to be honest with you, my protest has been through art and through business and through other ways because I really feel like the work is with the people, you know. And so I love working with the youth, but when I was out there today, I saw the youth. I saw so many different generations of people. A lot of young people, right? And a lot of white people. A lot of people.
What time you get there?
About 2.
And where were you?
So we got out there and we were basically like Crescent Heights and 3rd, you know. Maybe like 2 blocks east of Crescent.
And what's today? Today's Saturday. So today. You was here today. Okay.
Yeah, today. Cars is burning. You know, when we're walking up, they're like, hey, a white girl friendly said, hey, they're shooting rubber bullets. A car's on fire by the gas station. Just to let you know.
What about like, I know this is a hard question, but what about like the psychic feel? What was the emotional feel? Was it tense? Was it hectic? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was tense.
Commotion?
It was tense. The thing is, I saw on a lot of police's faces that they didn't really want to do nothing.
Ooh, good observation, bro. What you mean, man?
Some people were there and they were smiling and they were just kind of like in a different spirit. They were making jokes with the captain and the sergeants and stuff.
Yeah. Very loose.
Very loose. But then there were others who were killers. And you could see the killer instinct. They were like they're like knights. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. I mean, it's different people, you know, and I saw that same thing within the people. Mm-hmm. You know, so the
protesters.
And the protesters, we're all human, you know. There's some people that really they're ready. They're just on the edge. They just can't take it no more. And there's other people who can collect themselves and just kind of be there, and you can feel that they're just have a different spirit about them, you know. And their protest is different, so we all protest different. So you can't tell us how to protest.
How to process our pain.
You know? I mean, even in the cop. I mean, as cops, you know, you might protest your shifts sometimes. You might want this day off versus that day off. Like, let's just be honest.
All right. So I would imagine the age group. What was the age group that you saw?
I would say it was like a 16 to like 25, and then there was
middle class, street people. High schoolers, college kids.
I saw some college kids for sure. I saw some high schoolers. I saw some street people. I saw some people who maybe look middle class. You know, you saw a wide range of people out there. You saw people who were very organized. You saw people who were very there with their friends and just their family or whoever they.
A lot of spectators, huh? A lot of
spectators. You know, some people were organized and but. It's a beautiful thing. A lot of people were organized. Let me say that. Let me not like diminish what I saw today.
Good.
They were organized. You know, it was peaceful. You know, I didn't see people looking to really destroy anything. But I did see the cars go on fire. You know, maybe that was just my vantage point because I was on the west side of where the fires were. Now on the east side where the fires were is where the fires actually started. And so there was obvious pushing and shoving and people getting arrested and rubber bullets being shot.
Was it's hard to get in their head. Right. But what was people there just for the turn up?
Some people.
They was there just for the friction. It was a game type shit, huh?
Some people, yeah. I mean, it's not really. It's. So you know what? Since America has this such creative mind in the movie world, and so we've seen so many killer movies. I think it's intriguing. People like a good action. The hell you talking about?
Real shit.
Everybody like a good
Real
suspense thriller.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
Come on,
shit.
now, talk to me.
And they like so-called reality TV. This some motherfucking reality TV.
Yeah, it's reality TV. You know, it feels real. You know, these cops are talk.
So this is where I'm kind of okay. So when I watched the protests across this nation, okay, Louisville, Minnesota, St. Paul and Minneapolis, New York, Bronx, Los Angeles, where else we seen them? Anyway, all these places, I see very similar things, man. I see at least 50% Europeans or so-called white people. I see at least 50% of that.
It's majority. It's majority. That's what I will say. I mean, but that is also the demographic in the neighborhood.
So what I'm scared that the provocateurs who have other agendas come in and break the AutoZone motherfucking window down, or be a part of these anti-fascist.
I saw that too, but
let me just say this: I don't want our movement to get stained by their bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
It's important, so that's why you have to speak up when you see that, guys. You know, because I saw somebody drop a pile of rocks on the ground and was like, "Hey, here, man, here, man." I'm like, what?
It feel like the '80s when they were just dropping guns and coke on South Central. You know?
Why do we want to throw rocks at the cops? What the hell is that about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that gonna do? You gonna bring a? They already told me don't bring a knife to a gunfight. What the hell am I gonna bring a rock? You feel me?
Palestinians.
Knock it out. That's not my fight.
Yo.
I mean the protest.
But I just don't feel. I feel like, okay, revolution. Niggas talk this revolution shit. They talk this revolution shit. Revolution is definitely. We're not gonna outshoot the police.
No,
we're not gonna out militarize the police.
No,
that shit is
out.
anarchist.
That's out. If you might as well just leave. You might as well just roll. All the great ones left.
I think the revolution is motherfucking money.
Yeah.
I think this, regardless of if you think the COVID-19, of course you can call, bro. 424-261-3107.
I do. I think it's money. I think it's business, education, real estate.
Yes.
Once you get that anxiety off you and your day-to-day is covered, man, life gets good. Now you might not get strung out on drugs. You're not trying to cover something up. Now you can understand how drugs work. I think that's really important. I think drug education needs to be prioritized right now. We need to understand what drugs are, what the hell they even are. Like, because we take them and we got a good understanding if you get from like a doctor perspective, but then like it's just kind of too liberal, you know? And so I think there's a big conversation around drugs. That's why cannabis needs to be kind of discussed in a more medicinal sense, and we need to deschedule it, you know? And it's very important because cannabis opens the conversation up to get a real conversation back around drugs, because then psychedelics come on the table. It sounds crazy, but no, this is real life. We're talking about these substances. There's not really such a thing.
You would have to regulate that shit.
We
man.
have to
you
regulate
have
it,
to.
and we have to understand what it is and use it for what its purpose is. We can't just be able to abuse it the way we're doing it. And I think if we can get things, if we want a war on drugs, the war is not on drugs. It's the ignorance. We want a war on the ignorance of drugs. So you feel me?
Can you get on the IG real quick?
On the IG?
Yeah, maybe IG Live real quick.
Yeah, let's see.
And then talk to him. I could talk for a second. Thank you, bro. All right, so let's look at these pictures here. Let's look at these pictures, man. Like, we have, this is who hip hop affected, right? Like, these are like hip hop lovers for the most part, no? Like, when you go to a rap show, it be these same people, no?
Absolutely. Hip hop is very, very much so.
This shit like a hip hop show. There's a new rap group out here.
Where's this at?
Brooklyn. It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have to be very, very, very specific.
What's up, Champ? Battle Cat in the house. What's up, King?
All right, hold on. We got a phone call.
I'm live on my Facebook right now. I got a phone call coming. We having a conversation.
Yo, you're live What's good? How you feel? What's up?
Okay.
Yep.
How are you, sir?
Fantastic, man. Who we speaking to? You want to say your name or no?
Yeah, it's Berge
What's
in
up?
Glendale.
From Glendale. All right.
Hey, what's
Yes,
up, brother?
sir.
You got the. Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm sitting here and watching this on TV.
Let me say this real quick.
Sure.
He's Armenian. He's Armenian. That's, you know what I mean. That we
Yeah.
just, that has to be stated. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm watching this on TV, and I heard what you guys were saying earlier about, try to tone it down. But yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, why tone it down at this point? I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. A million people are infected with this disease. Over 100,000 people dead. 40 million unemployed. I mean, this isn't just. And I get it. It's a culmination of things, but it's just really. I mean, am I just off base here?
I mean, well, I'm trying to figure out this. So you're saying, like, what are you actually saying, though? You know?
I'm saying the culmination of everything led to this anger.
Let's be
that
more
we have
specific.
right now.
Everything like what?
Just going through the quarantine, the pandemic, people losing their jobs, and no one, real uncertainty in that regard. And then you add what happened to George Floyd, and it's a complete mess. So as far as I'm concerned, the anger and the outrage that you see right now is justified.
Yeah.
I really do think it's justified, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not think it is, but dude, we're living in a crazy time.
No, I agree with you. You cannot tell people how to protest, and I've seen business owners who said let their business burn because justice will be served. We got insurance for that. It is what it is, and this is the act. This is when we get our act together. We keep getting opportunities to get it right, and we haven't really got it right legislatively.
Bears, let me ask you a question. First of all, what's happening in Glendale?
What's happening in Glendale?
Yeah, is there protests? People out?
I don't know, man. I've been home since 4. It was pretty quiet, but I'm assuming at this point, because they're pretty close, bro. The protesters are pretty close, but hey, man, they got to come through Glendale. Protesters got to come through Glendale. I might even join them.
Yo, let me ask you this. Yeah, how do you feel about the black men being killed by the police? How do you feel about that topic?
In general?
Yeah, whatever your thoughts are.
I mean, well, obviously it's terrible, and it's been going on now for. I mean, I don't even want to say it's been going on for decades, because it's been going on for hundreds of years. So until the country essentially rids itself of that type of oppression from the top down, then it's never going to change. But how are you going to do that when the president, man, is basically a white supremacist?
Right.
You know, I mean, it's hard to do when the man at the top, right? So, yeah, I mean, of course you could vote him out in November. I mean, unfortunately, we have a terrible candidate in Biden, but
So the reason why I ask is because in our households, we've talked about this a lot, how we're targeted. And to be honest with you, over the past 5 years, I've seen a lot of people in the mainstream media make jokes. Oh, yeah, driving while black. Ha, 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 ha. You know how it is. I'm black on this side of town. And we make jokes, real shit. And I always thought this was way too serious to be joking about. And so I just wanted to know, how do other nationalities and ethnicities, how do they see it too? Do they understand our pain? Do you empathize? Like, how do you feel?
no, of course I mean, I empathize. Of course I empathize. I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm asking you.
Personally, I empathize.
Yeah.
Because it's happened so often in my lifetime.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. Like, I measure it from how. Okay, so of course, I'm not oblivious to history, but just in my lifetime, right, which is supposed to be post-civil rights era and all that, we're still going through this, man. So absolutely, it's terrible. I mean, and nonetheless, being in Glendale, Glendale, by the way, was a super racist town back in the early 1900s.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
last time I went in there, it was a racial epithet thrown at me. You know what I mean?
Was it?
Really?
Yeah. I told you, man.
When?
I told you when I left your store.
What?
Yeah, man. But I didn't pay no mind. It's just words. I don't pay words no mind.
You don't pay it no mind.
Yo,
Was
is
it
there?
a customer of mine?
No. I think it was at AP, Armenian Pride, dude. That's what I'm, I have no idea. But is there anything else you would like to say?
No, that's it, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, for sure, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Have a good one.
So if you'd like to call in, remember, you got something to say, call in. Like, how you ain't got nothing to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, we speaking to, a small group, but eventually this is going to be everybody like us in Los Angeles. So 424-261-3107. 424-261-3107. You can also send a text message to that number, and I can read the text message out, especially if you have a business to plug or something like that. So just FYI, I'm Ali Salaam, okay? This is CIRC7 Studios. We have a YouTube page where we deal with news and topics and hip-hop and everything that we give a fuck about, right?
Okay.
And we do it short videos, and just come fuck with us. So that's CIRC7 News. Replace the L with the 7. Anything on your mind real quick?
Yeah, man, it's Quest. We live right here. I'm just hanging out. I wanted to come and just express with my brother tonight, man, because it's such an important time, and we all got something to do. We all have a part to play, and so I wanted to come give my what's on my heart tonight.
Oh, can I jump in your live? I'll be
Yeah.
seeing people doing that shit.
You could do that. We just need to turn it in. That's all we gotta do.
Okay.
You can just go to the page and then
Okay.
you get pointed at you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's
That.
it's so interesting, man. I think this is our opportunity to get this right. We have a lot of opportunity. He's right. You think about it. COVID actually no.
I'll go a different one.
You go to Elevate Culture.
All right.
COVID had everybody in a frenzy already, already without resources, with the lack thereof, some people who have less than what they normally need, on a regular basis. The lack thereof,
My bad.
So when you think about it, like it's you put that on top of this, like you just really asking for people to uproar, and you can't necessarily, you cannot expect people to just behave and act normaler. We need to realistically.
God damn it! Shut up. There we go.
Hey, you got it. Let me turn my stuff down too. You good?
Yeah.
1, 2. There we go. Yeah. It's still up.
Yeah. How do I? Shit. I'm trying to do. It's not. Hello.
That's the.
Yeah, it's just gonna be on.
It's gonna be on.
I hope you guys is.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, look,
Working
man,
out.
it might be a little echo. It's just you gotta fucking deal with it.
Oh no, we gotta fix that.
Let's see. Oh no, so everybody on what is this? Instagram, you'll have a better experience if you go to our YouTube page or Quest's Facebook page. We have a telephone number for you guys to call in. 424-261-3107.
Oh no, we can do.
All right. So what? Let's reset. All right. This is what we have. Right. This is reminding me of some '92 LA riots type of shit. This is what this is reminding me of. The LA riots started by police brutality of Rodney King, and it was primarily in our neighborhoods, like South Central, primarily South Central. But this is happening, and there was a couple of other riots in other places, but not like this.
Yeah, not like this. It was
This is in many different states. This is at least in like 20 different cities.
yeah.
You see, Instagram is causing all. It's never mind. You know who you are.
Woo!
Slav Candy Bar. What it do?
Get him. Slav, what's up, man? Yeah. This is a little bigger than we've probably seen ever before.
If you're on Instagram and you would like to call, I see people coming in. If you would like to call, the phone number is 424-261-3107. You can call in and be live and discuss with your boys. We're probably the realest conversation you're going to have regarding this.
Yeah. 100%.
Hello?
You
Hello?
got a caller?
This is my son calling me? Amir, I'm live, bro.
Look at him, ain't that something?
So you got to watch me, okay? He saw me and just called, you know what I mean?
Crazy. I gotta love it.
Okay.
How old is he?
7.
Nice. So, man, bigger than the 92 Watts riots. This is a boiling point. This is a that spark.
Yeah.
We've had this spark before, but it's different this time, and it's really important that we get this right.
You know what it is? It's 92 riots with the steroids of, hold on. It's the 92 riots with the steroids of social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like social media is making like everybody's on the same page. We seeing the same things, Like the word can get out much faster. You can get flash mobs of people,
Flash mobs really quickly, so that's how you can mobilize so much more. But I think the work is really in the smaller groups. The work is in the smaller groups. People have to really commit committees.
So we're not even in halfway through this year, and this year has been bonkers. All right, so Kobe died. COVID, a pandemic. Capitalism shut down. NBA season stopped.
Right.
Then it's a Great Depression. It's an economic depression. Everybody losing their jobs. Then the government gave us $1,200. When's the last time the government gave us money? Right? And then now this. And we have it feel like some biblical times. I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit feel like some biblical times, man.
Man, we gotta figure it out. There's definitely a passage right here, and it's calling for us to dig deeper than we've probably dug before,
So I want you to reset. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother. I want you to reset where you were today and what you saw. Like, so were you in this kind of shit?
Well, I came before or after tear gas and rubber bullets, but man, they were pointing guns. They had rubber bullets out there. Everybody had their firearms, but they definitely had those green rubber bullet guns, and yeah, man, it was a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. You had some people way up here. You had some people all the way down here, and
look at these white folks saying Black Lives Matter, man. I swear to God, man, that shit made me feel good, man.
I have video of it. It did feel good. It did feel good. The white people were very helpful.
Because we can't do this without them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of the kind of change that we asking for.
Well, yeah, the change, because guess what? The change is within you guys.
It's mainly their fault. Let's just be flat out honest.
Let's be flat out honest. There is a lot of change that you have to do. There's a lot of mental anguish and things that you have to let go. I think one big thing you have to let go is the guilt that how bad you treated us, that we'll somehow treat you the same way.
Yeah, and that's what they think.
And I don't really think that that's what.
And let me tell you something. I'm about to tell you real facts, real history. From the year 700 to the year 1400, it was like America, like Spain, that Iberian Peninsula was like America, but the power structure was us. It was our power structure. There was Christians. Remember, they didn't have the words black and white. That's a new thing. But there was Christians, Jews, and Muslims all in the same place. And historians will tell you this is the most religious, tolerant, fair society that we've almost ever had. You can free to be any religion, no persecution. Now, because so when we ran shit, God's honest truth, we did some bad things. You know what I mean? We slaved a lot of Europeans, but we did not treat them the way they're treating us now. And many of them feel like now, because they're running it now, cycle ages, things come back around. Their biggest fear is exactly what you said. It is, the niggers are gonna treat me the way I treat niggers. Mm-hmm. And we're not even built like that.
We're not built like that. We're not built like that. We've showed you because we've integrated very well and made people very rich, and everybody got paid, and there's a lot of people that won, and you've seen what the progress is when we
all right, hold on one second.
Integrate and work and do things together and collaborate. Collaboration is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hip hop is a collaboration. Russell Simmons had white partners. It was always a collaboration. It was always a collaboration on all the industries. We were always there. I mean, you can go back into power, where you want to go into water, electric, what we want to talk about. It's always, so we're always there. It's never a conversation of us being there.
So you said there was a lot of young people, right?
Oh yeah.
Were they this young? We have a 7-year-old caller on the phone. It's my son. I guess he has something to say.
Okay.
Amir, say hello. Say hello to Quest. You're on, son. Speak.
It does not mean a cop could do whatever they want. No. It means if they catch the bad guys, and everybody's not a bad guy. Actually, it depends how you are. Just because you're a cop doesn't mean you can rule the world. It doesn't make no sense if you're even a cop or just a regular person. You don't get to stop on people's cars, even police's cars. And police don't put you under a car, under their car.
I want to be
because those cops are not the boss of the other people.
True.
And people are not the boss of the other cops.
He's right.
It doesn't mean you get to treat people how you could treat them.
So look, I'm gonna talk because you said that point 2 times. Wait, Amir, listen to me. I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay?
Just because you're so angry at people, angry,
Oh shit, you couldn't hear
mad,
me.
disappointed at officers, that doesn't mean you get to hit police's cars.
Let me ask you a question, Amir. Are all police bad guys?
No.
Good answer. Are all like regular guys? Are all guys good or bad or what? Amir.
Yeah.
Get back on the phone. I'm asking you a question.
I'm still here.
Okay. So you're saying like all police are not bad guys. That is very true, right? We need police, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to just tell you right now that the problem isn't necessarily the police officer. The problem isn't the gun. The problem isn't the badge. The problem is the individuals who are using these things. Okay. So it's like there's a spirit that you may be a cop, you may be a politician, you may be a man walking down the street. If you have a certain spirit, that's the spirit we got to watch out for. We got to watch out for hatred. Okay. And so it comes in many different shades. Sometimes police, sometimes the banker, sometimes the teacher. Okay?
Okay.
Yo, that was a great phone call, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
That's beautiful. That's the thing, because we actually have to have this conversation with our children, and we can't teach our children that police are bad. You know, the concept of it, of law and order, without the racist bigotry and the white supremacy, if you will, is not a bad concept. You know,
Right. Keep going, man. Yeah.
It's when you add those, like you said, that spirit, that hatred, that's lower consciousness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting and very important that
Good job, Quest. He doing 3 things at the same
Yeah.
time.
it's very important that
Elevate
we,
culture. Yeah.
I'm gonna go from the Quest Coast page now.
Okay. All right.
Get
Let's
a few
do
more
that.
people in here.
Okay.
We live on Facebook.
Yeah. Let me. This is what I'm gonna
What's
do.
going on?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I was gonna go check, make sure everything's good on the other side. We don't have a producer today. We got messages. People talking. What's up?
Yeah,
We missing all that shit. Let me get a laptop or something. People got something to say. What's up?
Yeah, man. I found myself having a conversation with my daughter, you know, because this way,
Yeah. Like right there.
like right here. Okay. And man, you know, we're all complicit. We all have a part in this. We all have to be in this conversation because we're all at the table of life. You know, that's what's important to realize and understand. You know. Thank
Yo,
you,
that
brother.
was cool, man. Good phone call, son. That was cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was a beautiful conversation with your son. You gave me some ideas.
Yeah.
How old is your son again?
7.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
son is 7. You know, the city is on curfew right now, but it's the downtown area. You know, 8 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Downtown is gonna be on a curfew. You know, the police are gonna be heavily watching that, and we need to comply with that. You don't have to be downtown. It's all kind of parts of the city to be in. You know, in my opinion, I do understand. At a certain point, the city has to maintain order, but at the same time, there's a balance of energies because, and it's not even about being neutral. There's a balance of energies that has to happen. Right now, the city has to be sensitive to the facts of the system being corrupt, and we have to fix these things within the system. Like we said, it's not necessarily the people or the jobs necessarily. The government is not bad. It's the spirit and the nature of the people that might have ill intentions, you know, and it's even deeper than that because now we have people there who really care. I really believe it. And the thing is, now it's in the legislation. Now it's in the laws, and in America, because no matter what happens to the people that want to leave or go other places, what we're going to keep doing is we're going to keep working. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep buying property. And you know what? That's just what it is. We're going to stay here. We're going to populate the earth because that's what God's melanated people do. That's, you know what I'm saying? We all have a little bit of it in different ways. That's a whole nother conversation. And so we're all a part of this. We're all a part of this.
Yeah.
So important right now.
Yeah.
And what's key right now is that we get the real conversation, like the conversation at the top of this is a national conversation again, and everybody in it, the media and different people, we getting to see all the different sides and the agendas and everything. Beautiful. Let's get this. Let's sort it out because it's all kind of different groups and peoples. It's not just blue and red. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? Let's all work it out. I really think that right now in the black community, in particular, we have a lot of different groups. We have a lot of different groups of people who are organized already. A lot of people who are not organized. Beautiful, but they care and they're into it and they want something that they want to part. They want to do something. So it's on us right now on a Saturday evening in 2020, right now in May before the summer starts, right? For us to get our bullet points together. Your personal bullet points, like how do you see yourself in this world? That's why it's so important to know thyself. You know what I'm saying? Because once you know thyself, now you know how you can be useful in the earth. And then, man, it just starts to permeate. You feel me? And and when you're able to do for self and provide for self, I don't understand how evil spirit can think of scarcity at that point. I don't understand. I don't understand how we can even go into that. What type of God are you serving?
So we have a phone call.
Talk to us. Call us up with 424-261-3107.
What up? It's Davion.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing tonight? How you feeling, man? Where you calling from?
Man, I'm calling from Long Beach, California.
Talk to me.
Hey, man, thank you for calling, brother.
Yeah, no worries. Man, I've been posting a lot about this whole situation, man. It's a long time coming, man. It's finally, I gotta, I don't condone violence or anything like that, but they need to fill us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need
everything has a purpose, yeah.
Everything has a purpose, a spark for the whole country in like 2 days to just start rioting or protesting. Let me say peaceful protesting. You know what I'm saying? People are sick and tired of being oppressed. And it shows by everybody's actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like right now we got the attention. Right now, like the world is watching us. It's more than just this country. The world is watching us. I got a question. So what do we tell the world? What do we want? Right now, it's like we got the hostages. Right. We got the guns. Right now, you got to listen to our demands. What are our demands? What do we want out of this?
Honestly, like, this is my personal opinion. Hopefully no one takes it wrong. But
bro, you're entitled to your opinion, brother.
Yeah. Honestly, they need to they need to do justice, man. All four of them need to be arrested. Second degree murder and manslaughter. I'm not cool with that, bro. He literally killed someone on camera, bro. That dude needs to be first degree murder and life or death or in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like they would do us.
Right.
Of course.
Right. We just want it fair, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's all anybody's asking for is for them to be fair. They treat us like animals and let a black cop do this. He'd be fired and in jail.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm just saying, like it's a double standard out here. It's always been a double standard for us black people and Mexicans, people of color. Most people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm having arguments on Facebook with people who I thought understood and they don't understand. I'm like losing friends over this.
Man, what did Jay-Z say? Jay-Z said, "I don't argue with fools because folks at a distance can't tell who's who."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yep. That's big facts. Big facts, man. I'm just, it's sad. It's sad to see all this stuff going down in the world right now. We got COVID-19 going down.
It's crazy.
We got, us being killed in the streets still on video camera. It's crazy, man. I just want to call in, man, and just speak my mind real quick because, I'm actually going to head out. Tomorrow is a protest in Long Beach at the downtown Long Beach Police Headquarters at 3 p.m. Anybody interested will be there, peaceful protest. I'm going to head out there. I didn't go to L.A. because I know how they're getting down out
it's
there.
It's kind of turned.
I support that.
Yeah.
I'll support that.
Right. Because I was about to say, like, you about to go with, you know what I mean? I'm not to put all your information on blast. Don't answer if you don't want to. But, like, is that a kind of place where you would take your woman and your kids? Like, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what you...
Long Beach?
Yeah, Long Beach.
Yeah, but you know what? I wouldn't even want to have no kids or women around.
Yeah, this is not a kid. I don't think this is a kid protest right now.
Yeah,
I think the children need to stay at home.
Yeah,
we're gonna really,
yeah.
Really, in this particular instance right now. Now, will we be able to create safe spaces for children to be a part of this? Yes.
But right now, it's for the warriors and the youthful and the healthy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're on the front line.
Yeah.
Don't bring the kids out there. I saw a few kids today, and I didn't really like it.
Let me get. So, is there anything you want to say before you bounce? Sound like you was about to bounce.
Oh no! I'm not about to. Not yet. No, just right now, I hate to say it, but it smells like a revolution up in here, bro.
Damn.
That's what it smells.
So we got another phone call coming in, man. I would like to thank you for giving us a phone call. That shit was beautiful, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You guys stay up.
All right.
You too, bro.
So we have another call.
Yeah.
You're live.
It's James.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, nothing much, man.
Where?
out here.
What side of
I'm
town?
out here in I'm from Compton, but I'm in Chinatown. You feel me?
Okay.
I'm right out with Little Tokyo. I'm out here in the heart of this bullshit, man.
Yeah, the people, yeah, walking up and down the streets. You see them coming and going, they passing through.
Yeah, man. I got a poem like that I wrote like 2002.
Okay.
But it's timeless and it speaks to this whole situation.
Let's hear it.
It's called appreciation.
Talk to us.
Us in society don't appreciate anything. We aren't allowed to. We never receive the best treatment everywhere we go. Why we ask? Answer very simple. We never allow others the opportunity to exercise the same privileges we allow ourselves. We never show the same respect, love, and kindness to others. We expect for ourselves. It's something most times are bold enough to demand. When rules are made or set, we never show others how to follow them by example. Not only that, more rules are set. We take the privileges being exercised into a set of rules lower than we feel they should have been set. Whose fault is it? Is it our fault? Is it their fault? It's simply a lack of patience and communication while setting the rules. Being too lenient, allowing us to exercise the privileges given, using anger, resentment, animosity, etc. on both sides. Who initiated it, though? The rule enforcer by allowing us to get in the comfort zone and then trying to take it away from us. We're taught to fight for what's hard. Fight for what we feel is right. Don't be no punk. We worked hard to get to where we are today. The only one we're taught to fear is God. Until we can honestly say we have no fear for no mortal man or woman, we'll continue to get punk, robbed, mistreated, etc. Some of us all cope with the handle situations different. Once we allow themselves to get punk, robbed, mistreated, etc., don't appreciate life, aren't fighting the right battle, it's to be high-stepping in faith with spirituality. We all sometimes question this all to try to understand why we all receive this type of unfair treatment. This is an act of trying to extinguish the fires we may or may have not helped ignite. We all try to extinguish fires 2 times in our lives. Why? Because we care. Why? Because we've all been burned. We don't like to see our neighbors get burned. Why? Because we don't like the way it feels. Me, myself, my tolerance of pain is a lot higher than most. So I use this gift from God to help all and put myself in the fire with the expectation of getting burned. But due to my faith in God, I often don't get hurt. But if and when I do, my wounds heal quickly. None of us appreciate rules which are not enforced or abided by us all in authority. For us all in authority. Who are you today? God doesn't show his love for any one of us any differently. No favors regardless of age, color, creed, religion, sexual preference, deformity, handicap, previous life history. If you know this, show this. Don't just believe this. Know God. I've been chosen. James Lewis Stewart Jr. Question you tell me.
Ah, man.
Got it all.
Yo, real quick, man. Put your Instagram or how people can get in contact with you, man.
Yeah, I'm James Stewart on Facebook from Compton, and it's EYZJA Chosen, CHOZENWON.
Yo, what made you like want to call in and say that?
Man, I was led to. You feel me? Like I've been on this walk like since birth, man. And, I know I was chosen. You feel me? Like, I knew I was a golden child a long time ago. I had the peace. But people kept trying to feed me their fear and everything.
Oh, man. You got to watch out for that fear, huh?
Yeah, you got to duck that.
Yo.
Nobody project their fear on you.
You feel me? That's what that's just one. You feel me? We all process life. This life we live. You feel me? The children are the closest thing to God. You feel me? But what makes me different than most, I maintain the love, the peace, and that same vigor and I still dream. You feel me? My dreams are manifested. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing. You feel me? And alter my reality. You feel me? Like, I know the difference. Feel me? I live the magic.
Man, I want to thank you for taking your time and expressing that, bro. Like real shit, man. We got a bunch of phone calls, man. So we appreciate that, brother. Stay up, James.
Yeah, one love till we continue. Hey, man,
Absolutely.
keep doing what you're doing. Stay encouraged and stay encouraging. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, brother.
Absolutely.
All right, peace.
I say one love.
Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody. So out there in IG, we're live right now from CIRC7 Media. You could get a greater experience if you go on Facebook Live on the Elevate Culture page. We live. We live on YouTube, CIRC7E Media, and just having a great conversation tonight, man. Call us up. The numbers up there tagged in 424-261-3107.
So we got another phone call.
Let's do it.
All right. So, what's your name? Where you from?
This is Susan, and I'm from Compton.
Compton.
Hey.
I want to make about, I'm old school. I'm out there protesting, but I do know that it is wrong what has happened. And this has been going on for years and years and must be stopped. But also the ones that are young ones out there now, I'm concerned about their safety.
Can Miss Susan, as you continue, I want you to continue, but I want you to turn down the volume of the computer or the TV, whatever is on back there. We want to hear you loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I sound like a real radio guy.
I thought you were.
Yeah, I know. I am a real radio guy. All right, so yeah, continue when you feel free. I just hear it. I hear it in the background.
Okay. My thing is what I'm seeing on TV. I know I'm upset about what's going on with the whole thing that went down with this young man that lost his life. But I'm looking at the young people out there right now. They need to take a different position. Yes, protest. Yes, go out there and say and protest with the wrong things that they're doing. But yet still, they need to also do things in a different way now. Also protest, but also don't burn down your own community. Don't go down there and destroy what you have already created and where you live in and where you take care of your family.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm against. Don't come there and destroy and take away what you already established already. So figure out another way that you need to do.
Miss Susan, in Compton, are there rioting in Compton, burning anything down over there?
Not that I know of right now.
Right. In South LA, they're not really burning. They're not really. Honestly, it's a lot of the white people burning their own shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I saw
Right
today.
on that tip.
I mean, it's been a number of in LA alone. It's been a lot of police cars kind of burning.
Taking a stand and seeing it's injustice going on. You know, it's you can see this so many ways. But my thing is that we need to recognize that
You got something.
society needs to change their way of how they deal with the black man and the black people. They need to be fair across the board when it comes to justice. Don't be just one-sided one way. Don't make it so that when we come in the courtroom, they see us in a different light. No, we should be fair across the board in what we do. So,
And it's very important. I mean, in this phone call, we've already heard from men, children, and our elders. I mean, this is a full, comprehensive conversation that's very important. And I just thank you for calling in and expressing,
Absolutely.
thank you. You guys be safe too.
All
I do
right.
the same. Thank you, Susan.
So, Quest, I'm sure something's on your mind. What you think about what she said or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important that we don't just damage property just because we're damaging property. I don't think we should really be damaging property. I do think the corporations need to do something though. I think a lot of earnest right now is on the corporations, and I think this is a great opportunity for us to have a real conversation about what corporate social responsibility is. Once we got through like the cannabis industry and they're talking about social equity, and we're talking about equity plans, and we're talking about equity share agreements. These things have been kind of flirted with the idea around reparation and of some sort, or some type of repair from effects that have been disadvantaged in the people who have been disadvantaged in the drug war, and so that same framework that social equity is really important for this population that has been targeted by the war on drugs. It's the same thing in the black community, and it's interesting because when we were talking about this originally, part of the conversation was about certain areas, and it came up where it was like, well, when you're talking about the war in Georgia, you're really talking about black and brown people, for quote unquote black and brown people, right, in America, in these urban areas.
All right, I wanna hit a pause on that. Black and brown people. All right, we're just gonna be real, okay? So we are bringing our Mexican brothers into our struggle, right? So the struggle comes with benefits and like work you got to put in. So because I hear this a lot, people of color, black and brown people. I just want to be very clear. Are Mexicans with us?
Yes, I want to be very, very clear that Mexicans are with us, have always been with us, and within their culture, because a lot of those people are Catholic, right? And they have their own little groups, and they have a different language. Very, very key in understanding this part about the world. Most of the people in the world speak 2, 3, 4, 5 languages, like on the regular. How many do Americans speak?
They said Americans are one of the most ignorant people on earth. They don't know history, don't know different languages, nothing.
I wouldn't say we're the most ignorant people on the earth. Maybe on some subjects. We're brilliant. We know we're brilliant.
Yeah, we
the
are
world
brilliant.
is looking at us. We know we have some jewels here.
So just a reset. Okay, look. So we're live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. This is our first time doing this. And just whoever you are, whatever platform you are, if you hear my voice, you can call in 424-261-3107. You can call in and participate in this discussion. I have no idea how long we're going to keep doing this. What you think, man?
Well, we started at 7. I thought for an hour,
Cool.
Maybe we go a little bit longer, depending on how we feeling. But
I'm feeling it. It feels good, man.
Yeah,
People calling and shit.
It feels amazing, man. I really like it. Instagram is checking in and out. I realize that Instagram is really, I'm just letting people know that this is what we're doing. You get a better experience if you go to the Facebook Live.
Exactly.
YouTube.
Exactly.
The sound is right, the camera light and everything.
Yeah, it's
good.
balanced.
I'm
You
gonna
see
show
me
you guys
and
this.
him.
I'm gonna show you guys if you can see. I don't know.
Yeah, good shit, man. Like it's way better. It's way better. Like
back there, you can see him. That's the screen back there.
yeah.
So
It's a nice professional setup. Good sound. The sound is better. The light is better. The cameras are better on Facebook and what's the other one? YouTube. And so one last thing. 424-261-3107. I don't care if you are not black. I don't care if you're not in LA or a major city. I don't care what age you are. Call in if you have something to say, because this is an American thing. I feel like all of America got our back, at least right now. It might change next week when a new movie come out, but right now America's like rolling with us. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna tag it.
okay, we're on Facebook. We're on. Okay, good. You got that.
Circle.
That's on the
7.
yes. Put CIRC7 News. Yeah, CIRC7 News on YouTube. On YouTube, it's CIRC7 News. Let's see. On Facebook, it's Facebook Elevate Culture.
Yeah.
We'll have all the links and stuff better, for in the future.
Yeah, this was very impromptu. We just.
But the shit is fly though.
This is a test show, to be honest with you, but it's not really a test. It's a test on this platform. I mean, a lot of the work we do is not really work that's loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really gotta do the work. And
that's
so
a fact.
Everybody is complicit. That's why I said we all have a seat at the table.
And so we hope that however this stream hits you, is hitting you in good spirits, and you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you listening and watching and sharing real shit. Like, I really do. Like, this is what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? This is my business,
Well, man, I've been in this media production, audio, visual, entertainment. That's what I've been doing my whole career. And so I started my first internet radio show in like 2006, and then I ran internet radio at KDHR, which is Cal State Dominguez Radio, for like almost 3 years with some students. I was consulting the students. I wasn't a student, but the students came to me to produce their show. I had some friends up there that were going, and we rocked out for like 2-3 years. And I brought all the artists. I had Kendrick Lamar and Dom and all kind of people was there early in the game, and so that's just I've been doing this, and I usually when I go live I'm DJing, like most recently, shouts out to everybody in there tuned in with us, man.
How can I get the Facebook feed? Like, can we do the same thing like Instagram? Can we like? Oh, it's a watch party, right?
It's a watch party, so they're on there, but then at the same time, you gotta have multiple devices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't have multiple devices going right now. We kind of left the Facebook watch party. It's still live on Elevate Culture, but then like our personal watch parties are off. So that's another thing that's so important right now, like the technology shift and how everything is changing. It's so important that we know what each of us do. Like we need the experts to be the experts right now. It's really important. Like when you get up there, because we all can't do everything, right? And so it's just important that that's a whole nother conversation though. But
shout out to Marquita Bain. She said, "Yeah, this is better."
Yeah. Shout out to Marquita. Yeah, no doubt. So again, we're live on YouTube. I'm just letting you guys know on Instagram we're here. Shouts out to Courtney. I see you. My brother Kamani. What's going on? Knowledge 7. Jado. Yeah, that's what's up. What's up, bro? Smitty, what it do? Everybody in here. I see you guys. I know Instagram is a pop in and pop out type of thing. Unless it's versus or the place to be, it gotta be sticky. This is a very tough conversation to have. We're this has always been taboo. It's like, man, we can't talk about it online. We can't do this. We can't do that. Man, they gonna do this to us. They gonna do that to us. We can't be in fear.
Cannot be in fear
because we just can't be in fear. Period. We got to be able to have real conversations. They're not tough conversations anymore. They're just real conversations, and we have to be honest with each other. Because if we're not honest, then it's like being in a relationship. You're in a relationship, right? And you ain't being honest in your feelings, and y'all having mood swings. But y'all laying in bed together every night. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you gotta talk about it. Or
that
bed.
shit look fly, bro.
It do look fly. Bed ain't gonna feel good to go to after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so we gotta if we gonna stay in bed together, because in the bed together analogy is we're on Earth together, so we're all at the table, right? So
got a phone call.
Talk to us.
We got another phone call. That's fantastic.
I love it.
So, what is your name and where are you from?
This is Marquita.
It looked better. It looked better on the Facebook, huh?
Yeah, so much better. I'm from Chicago, but I live in LA.
Okay.
I'm out here in LA. But I love what y'all doing. I love the whole setup. It looks good. Are y'all gonna be like broadcasting like every day this week?
Woo!
Next week?
She want more.
That's a commitment, but I mean we got to be committed to the club. Right now, see, the thing is everything is changing, so we got to be fluid. If that's what it means, then I'm here to do it.
Well, just to be very clear, CIRC7 Studios. This is CIRC7 Studios. I have a YouTube page where I don't know if you're familiar with the Young Turks, but I do news stories, short news stories, and I do just about daily uploads. So like on YouTube, it's not live. But I put out content at least on a daily basis, dealing with politics and money, economics, shit that we really care about. But yes, to answer your question, we will be doing a lot more live shows like this. Like, this is the reason why I set all this shit up, man. I really want a big old, like, a lot of people listening and being able to call and speak their mind about topics that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, in real time.
Right, and I think right now, like, this is needed because it's so much, as we know, it's so many media outlets, and they get to tell their story and get to show it the way they want to show it. And I feel like we need more outlets of us covering it from us, from our perspective and what's happening and what's really happening out there.
That's exactly why I pulled up tonight. He called me and I was like, yeah, we need to do this. We've been talking about this, but, it's so important.
God.
Yeah, because this is crazy right now. Like, I'm from Chicago, so of course I'm checking in with my people in Chicago as well, and the city's going crazy as well. And people keep saying, like, why are they doing this? Like, why are they doing? But it's getting violent because of the police. If they didn't have a presence, we'd be still peacefully protesting. They come out there trying to stop our peaceful protest, and that's when we fight back. So, like when people saying why y'all out there doing, damn, how long are we supposed to lay down? Like real talk. Like we have to fight back so they can understand. Like enough is enough. We've had it, and yes, we've seen and heard countless of Black men and women dying at the hands of police officers. But I think the simple fact that we literally saw a man lose his life on camera slowly after people begging these officers to get off them, it's a whole nother game now. Like we've seen it happen live. Like, yeah, we may have seen other videos, but it'd be so quick that you know what I'm saying, the reaction wasn't the same. Now I feel like it's grabbing everybody's humanity. Every race's humanity.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at all the videos and everything, and in some of the videos I see more white people than Black people.
Facts.
This is very true.
And you know, if that's now the case, it has really reached a point for white people to be like, okay, I understand now. This shit is beyond fucked up.
Real shit.
And it's changed. Our demographic has changed. With the younger people and youth, like we're more mixed, we're more of a melting pot. We're like, why the fuck are they white people? I have a lot of white friends, and everyone's hitting me up like they here with us. Because it's like, why are they doing this to our friends? This isn't the old age fucking these white racist people in politics and been leading this country. That's not that anymore. Like when I saw the video of the mayor in Mississippi, right? And they did an emergency town hall meeting trying to get this man to resign because they like, you don't represent us. And these white people, like, you don't represent how we feel. Because if we got these old age racist people out of office, out of politics, out of leading positions, America would change.
Yes.
Because young America thinks differently than old America.
So what it sounds like you're saying is the revolution is through a political means, huh?
Absolutely. That's where it's going to start. Like you have to, just like New York, they now trying to pass a law that it's a crime to do a false police report. If you call, we need to start locking people up that's calling the police just because we fucking Black in a white neighborhood.
I like to say something. Because there was something I want to say, and right now is the perfect time. And I don't want to turn this into us going back and forth. So I want you to continue after I make my point. But I think this is a perfect opportunity for sisters to hear us as Black men. We're telling you, you cannot call the police on us. Okay? You call, not you, sister. I'm not talking to you specifically. Okay? But I'm saying, like, our girlfriends and our wives, they cannot call that man on us because that, like, is it clear that these guys will kill us? It's clear.
It's agreeable, and as men, when we take that oath and we make the lady take that oath, it's important that we not giving them no reason to damn call the police on us.
That's a fact. And so you may have to call your brother, you may have to call your uncle, you may have to call the bloods down the street, but you can't call the police though, because it's a death sentence. And I'm just saying, because I'm saying you got to do it if you got to do it, of course. But I'm saying don't just do it just off the whim, calling our fucking enemy up in the crib.
Let me tell you something. I agree with that to a certain extent. I don't believe in calling the police on bullshit. But if you hit a woman, me personally, whether I call the police or my family, that's a death wish. Nigga, you gonna die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That can't be a prerequisite that we can't go. We tell the women we can't go to them. I understand your point. Like, we don't want the frivolous call.
If it get violent, if a man put his hands on a woman,
it's over.
He should.
It's over.
I disagree. I disagree. But regardless, it doesn't matter if I disagree or not.
Wait, hold on. Why do you disagree?
Yeah, you can't say that, bro.
No, I disagree. I can say that. The reason why I feel that way is because every situation is different. I don't think it's across the line. First of all, ain't no man should be putting no hands on a woman. First of all. right?
Okay.
But it does happen because a lot of times women will take advantage. I don't want to turn this left. I want to be clear. A lot of times, like, I don't even want to debate this. I just want to say it and we'll just move on. Is many times like the sister knows that we can't put hands on them, so they put hands on us and they fucking disrespect us and emasculate us. You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like a man should not have to put his hands on women, but some women are asking for it. That's one. Number two, I don't condone abuse of any line. I don't condone no abuse. You see what I'm saying? But shit happens. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like, if I tell my son,
with that said, let me tell you something. I have 15 brothers. Let me tell you something. If a woman ever got out of pocket and put their hand, they don't have to hit her back. Because guess what? You call your sister. Just like you want us to call our brothers, you call your sisters and tell her to get that bitch. That's how that works.
I got to roll with you,
don't
sis.
put your hands on her.
I got to roll with you, sis. There's not an instance where that's okay. I just don't think it's okay for a man. I mean, it won't be there's no 100% constant, you know?
Yeah, let me be too close.
However, at the basis, it's off the record, bro. Keep your hands off of her. If you gotta feel like you gotta hit her, then that's not the situation. I don't care if she hit you or not. She knock you out. You can't take the punch. Your ego,
right?
You mad, nigga? You want to fight?
Yeah, it's the ego. Because in reality, a woman cannot beat a man. That's just reality.
Now,
we all know that.
It's different if Layla Ali come and fire on you. That's different, but that's not even different.
It's not even that. You take Layla Ali. In her first marriage, he used to beat her. She talked about that.
See, that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should fucking beat a woman every night. I'm not saying that shit. I'm not but hold on. But I just want to move on. So I just want to be very clear. So police, we have to understand that calling the police on brothers, that is a line a little too far, because as we see, they will kill us. So that's all I want to say to the sister, because I really didn't want to go down there. I don't want to turn it against the sister.
Yeah. We don't believe in calling the police. I'm from Chicago. The last thing we do is call the police.
Hello.
The hood don't handle you, like from where I'm from.
Real shit. Real shit.
And that's so important that we're able to police ourselves.
Yes.
It is important for us.
And you know what? That's what it needs to come back to.
That's the answer.
About this.
Yes. That is the answer.
I was thinking about this. We pay taxes. We pay these motherfuckers salaries.
Facts.
And they out here killing us.
Right.
I honestly, dude, we need to just rebuild the government. Like, who the fuck are these fucking federal government people?
Can I ask you?
We need to police and govern our fucking selves.
Yes. So let me ask you this. All right, so our black cities like Atlanta and Chicago, I'm gonna make a statement and tell me if I'm wrong. But it doesn't feel like there's much police brutality as it is when the white man is policing our neighborhoods like Los Angeles and New York. Like, is there issues with the police like it is in LA, like in Chicago?
Excuse me? Did you really just say that?
Yeah, we want to know.
Absolutely. But this is the thing. In Chicago, you have undercover cops coming in the hood killing us. That's what you have. You have them in regular street clothes. They don't need have on no uniform and no badge. They come in regular street clothes, killing us and making it seem like it's us. All those killings and all that stuff you see on the news and all that in Chicago, that ain't all us. That's the police coming in and killing us and starting fucking gang wars and starting this shit because they want us to kill each other.
We gotta reset it. So
that's what they want. I didn't live in. I'm from Chicago, but I also lived in Atlanta.
Go on Facebook.
I didn't live in 3 out of the 4 major cities. So it happens everywhere. Like it's a complex with these cops, with these power trips, and thinking they have the power to just take a life. And you saw it in that video when that motherfucker looked directly at the camera with a smirk, and didn't stop. And listening to the crash, you can see the shit in his face. They have a fucking power trip that they own us, they control us, and they can fucking kill us. And that shit has to stop. Like at some point, we have to revamp the whole system. Like, these motherfuckers need better training. They need to be vetted better. Like, you can go look at some of these racist ass cops and look at shit they do in their life. Look at their social media and shit.
You know what's,
see the racism.
you know what's interesting? The LAPD in the 70s and the 80s, they used to go down south. They used to go to Mississippi and places like that and recruit them crackers, to be honest with you, to be police officers. You know what I'm saying? I just a little FYI. That's what they would do. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Absolutely.
the
So my
FBI
family
said
from
it in
Mississippi,
2006.
right?
They have a report where they said that one of the biggest threats in America are white supremacists infiltrating
The sheriffs.
the sheriffs and the police
That's
departments.
a fact.
And the law
That's a
enforcement.
fact.
That's what
No,
one of the most
absolutely.
racist
So my
organizations on the
family's
planet
from
ever told us.
My family from Mississippi, right? So, and my mom just moved back down there, so I go down there, right? We driving around, and I promise you, it was so many homes with Confederate flags still up. Still places you go down in the South, it's so racist. You can't be there after dark. Like, we live in a big city, so of course we're in a bigger melting pot. We don't see it as much. But when you go to the South, they still living that life of what the Civil War, like before the Civil War, they still living that way. They still treating blacks that way.
It's very true.
And like, I really, like, I thought this is some crazy shit, and it's just my mind. But as I'm seeing these flags, I was like, we need to have a fucking purge where the only motherfuckers that get killed is motherfuckers that wear them fucking Confederate flags and do this shit. I bet you them bitches will think twice.
Hey.
I really do. No, I'm a little angry because this shit makes me so angry because it's like, I hate it because they representing a whole organization. I know cops. I know black cops, white cops, Hispanic cops, Asian cops. Every cop is not bad.
It's 100%
and
true.
they ruin it. They ruining it for the whole organization to be hated. And it's only gonna stop. Well, I ain't gonna say only, but it will start within that organization. Why are these cops standing up? Like when I was seeing that video with all the motherfucking cops outside his house protecting him, I'm like, when y'all gonna stand up and say, you know, I don't give a fuck about this job. I don't believe in it. I'm not protecting it. When is that gonna happen?
Yeah.
You protecting a murderer. You out here policing protesters and fighting protesters because a motherfucker pay you a weak ass salary. You don't even make that much. Like when the CNN reporter got arrested, right? And he was telling what the cop said. And he asked the cop, why are you arresting me? And he said, I don't know. I'm just taking orders.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. You know what I really think? I follow politics a lot, right? And Donald Trump his number one enemy is with CNN. You know what I'm saying? He always be like, y'all, fake news, right? You know what I mean? You know what I think? I think those cops that arrested that brother, they did that to show Trump, like, look, man, I got your back, bro. You feel me? I'm about to arrest, you know what I mean? A black man, CNN, I'm about to arrest him live on camera. I think that was a little shot. You know what I mean? Me personally. I know it's conspiracy theory, but that's what I think.
No, I'm sure it probably was, because you can watch the video. You can see that they're getting information from someone else. Like, as he's holding him, you can tell. Like, I work in entertainment. You can tell when a person is listening to something in their ear just by their position and what they say. And, like, you can tell that, yeah, they was getting this from whoever is telling them what to do. Absolutely.
So
but this is what I'm saying. We're not the law enforcement that don't agree with this shit going to stop and speak out and say, you know what, we ain't working. We ain't doing shit until y'all fix it. That's where it needs to start.
Well, I think for the first time we do have police speaking out. You know, usually you have cops speaking against it. Now, we do still have random weird comments coming from certain government people, but then we have some really, really honest answers coming from government as well. You know, I mean,
Dude, the mayor of New York, Como, I think that's how you say him.
Yeah, Cuomo.
That nigga need to run for president. Where he at?
He spoke well. He spoke well today. I mean, and he tied it all together to where, you know, because it's important. This is an important piece of the conversation. The people that will be at the table when we restructure won't be the people who can't control their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that in the most sincere and loving way. I don't think they would best represent us at the same time as get something done. I mean, it's important to feel about this because we all feel about this, but at a certain point, it becomes like a real, like, it's almost like a business decision. You know, what's good for business, and we're talking about our life. We're talking about who is the customer and the product and all of that. Like, because we're all corporations and all, like, however we want to look at it. I think people care about business more than they care about people sometimes. That's why the health industry is set up the way it is. And so if we break it down like that and look at it like, this is not good. This is not good. This will, all of this, can't nobody open up even if COVID wasn't here. This shit would be just like this if COVID wasn't here. And nobody would be able to open up because businesses, like, we would be having to control our spending power. I mean, we have a lot of political power, to really to use and to actually leverage in all of this. We have tremendous power, but we really understand when we use power, not force. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's important, that I think all of it is relevant. Like when you see the protesters out there on the front line and standing, and I saw something beautiful today. It was organized. So one organized fashion, I saw the protesters, they all standing up, everybody hands up, everybody's communicating. Oh, the police about to make moves on us. Everybody sit down. Whole crowd. Now you got thousands of people in front of you sitting down. What you gonna do to them people? What you gonna do to them? You know, that's not something that would be nice. Cause what you gonna do? It's not even enough cops to go do anything. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, it becomes a statement, and the statement is being made. It will end. It will end. It sucks. You know when. Imagine when bombs get to start dropping in war. It sucks, you know. It'll end, we'll heal. You know, we're big.
Yeah.
You know, but it's important that we get this right now. It's important that she's right. We do need legislative change. We need change from the local government all the way up. We need to understand how police can not just find these loopholes through the law, you know, and get away with murder, you know. And it's important. It's important that we have opportunities to spend our time wisely. We need plenty opportunities to spend our time wisely, you know, and we're just gonna build it. That's just what it is, you know.
So just for a reset, our telephone number is 424-261-3107. We probably go, it's 8:19. We'll probably go for like another 20 minutes or so, or depending on if we get phone calls. This is, if you're on Instagram, it's better to be on Facebook. It's better to be on YouTube. Better cameras. This, the whole thing is swag. All right. If you have anything to say, now is the time. 424-261-3107. And okay, I know it's pretty obvious, but what the hell are we talking about? Okay, we're talking about the biblical times that are going on right now. Okay. Right now, we've made hip hop music and movies and stories about being harassed and killed by the police for at least 30 years now. And it finally feels that the world is hearing us. Okay. And I did a video where the Philippine president Duarte, he actually put pressure on Trump and was like, yo, why are the so-called black people getting killed and shot face down and not go, you know what I mean? Like, and I've never heard an international person from an international perspective, you know what I mean, speak to the world about our issues. Mm-hmm. So right now the world is paying attention to us, and I think it's very important that we have like our demands, what we want, right? Like I said, Matt, like it's almost like the movie where you got the hostage and the police is there. You tell them what you want. You didn't rob the bank you didn't take hostages just to do it. You did it because you're trying to get something. So with that being said, we need to be very clear with what we want. And that's going to take a conversation from, you know, all of you guys out there and us as well. Obviously, we said today that police reform, Okay, that's number one. Criminal justice, that's number two. And voting, that's very, yo, man, a lot of the hoteps, you know what I mean? They be like, oh, your vote don't count. Then why are the Republicans trying they motherfucking damnness so we can't vote? Like, that's all they try to do is take our vote. How come when you go to jail and become a felon, they take your, that's the first thing they do is take your vote. But so the brothers say, oh, voting, it don't count. That's such an immature, irresponsible young man thing to say. It's time to be grown men. And there's no way that Ferguson who died in Ferguson? That was Mike Brown?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, in Ferguson. So that community is 85% so-called black people, but the mayor is a white man and the police chief is white, and those people got voted in. How is it that we voted, I'll wash my mouth. How we vote, you know what I mean? A so-called white man to be the head of police over us. That's because we didn't vote.
Yeah, we didn't vote.
We didn't take the time out to vote. We want to close our eyes and act like, oh, some men will take care of it somewhere else.
And we keep saying, stop saying voting won't change racism. Well, let's be specific. Voting alone won't change racism. No, of course not. But if you don't vote, you don't have an opportunity to change the narrative in the offices that can affect change in the neighborhoods that you live in. So we vote for our judges, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
We vote. Those are the people that are putting you in jail. You vote for the prosecutors, the DA rather. You know what I'm saying? That's the people that are putting us in jail. We put the police chief, the sheriff, all these people in office. You know, it's elected office, a lot of elected offices. We need to understand the local process more. And I'm not an expert on it, but I've realized just from doing public events, you know what I'm saying, how important it is.
The congressmen and the mayors.
Yeah, what the districts are, and the representatives, and how you actually, and how you actually have, yeah, man, because this local government is so important for us, right? You need to know who they are. They're approachable. They're reachable. You'll see them in public. You'll never see the president, bro. I'm just being honest.
Real shit. Yo, by the time federal laws reach us, it's like 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad long. Like the stimulus check, they been came up with that idea. By the time it got to your account, that was been long. But guess what, man? Karen Bass or Maxine Waters, or if you live in Inglewood, Long Beach, you have your own particular, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, like, these are the people that really will affect your life. And, you know, many times we don't participate, man. So the outsiders come in and they use it against us. There is no reason why we have racist people policing us, especially our young brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we policed ourselves, like it would be our men in our community. You know what I'm saying? They understand that, oh, he's just a boy, and it's not everything so criminalized. I do want to say, and right now, this is something I want to tell you guys. Watch out for the slick talkers right now. Watch out for the people that's getting in front of camera and they're trying to milk this for their own political or for their fame or stuff like that. There is going to be a lot of people who's going to be on camera and talking. I'm not going to say no names, but they're not offering any change, and they're not, I don't know what they're there to do, but be very mindful of what people are saying. And many people are trying to, like Cuomo used the COVID-19 to get his stock up, which he should. But just same thing with our people. I'm not saying Killer Mike is that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Killer Mike is that guy just trying to get, you know what I mean? But people like him. Not necessarily him, but people like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be honest, man. There was a brother who was talking when Nipsey died, and he was saying a bunch of irresponsible shit. He was a bunch of conspiracy theory, irresponsible shit, and he was wrong. People like Brother Polite. You got to watch out for that. That's all I'm trying to say. Watch out for people who's going to be up in front of the camera right now and talk, but not provide any solutions. That's why I want to do this and provide solutions and talk about what we can do and how it affects us.
Well, it's really important, and the one thing that we can't do is spend time, just pitting people out or saying certain things. I'm a firm believer that, we all going to have a perspective, and whether you agree with it or not, you go with the perspective and the things that you agree with. Like, if you don't agree with the Muslims, then you just don't be Muslim. If you agree with the Christians, then you just be a Christian, and you try to be the best Christian you can be, because I believe that I think if as long as you're trying to help people and progress, and I mean, it's gonna be different group to group, and that's where you find your thing. You know, we keep talking about a new leader. We want a new leader right now. You know, and that's what a lot of these people like a Polite or you know, a 19 Keys, a Derek Grace, a Rizza Islam. I don't think they're competing to be the leader. I think they're leading, and the lead part is when you get collectivized and organized in your demonstration and you strategize and the tactics that we're dealing with. We have to be strategic right now because we're renegotiating our contract with humanity right now. And this is what really has to be done. When we say when we say that we want to restructure the system, basically you're saying you want to restructure the contract we have on humanity right now. And so let's get real clear about the agreements that we're talking about we're going to make, right? And so if everybody has a perspective on what type of agreement should be made, I'm not going to condemn them for that.
Right.
You know, whether I agree with all their points or not. Because guess what? I don't agree with everybody on 100% of anything. And neither do you. And so even in your household, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't agree 100% with your wife, with your children, with your mama, with your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got he might like grape jelly, you like strawberry. That don't make either one of y'all deficient, or it's just different, you know? And I think that was something that was key from the Reverend that Obama had when he was coming in. He had a big speech in a sermon basically, and he was talking about when things are different, it doesn't always mean it's deficient. And that's something that white people can take out of this conversation. Just because we're different in some shape or fashion or form, and really it's just cultural origins. People can get really scientific on it and go way out, but just on the basis, it's a skin color, right? Because we all bleed the same. We all like I'm sure that there's a white man who could transplant something to a black person. A black person could transplant something to a black person, so a white person. So like we should end the goddamn conversation about us versus them. Like I get it in a cultural sense. You know, that's how we get the styles of food. You know, but you know, it's really important right now that we don't just compete in the material world. You understand? We need to compete to be the biggest spiritual beings possibly.
That's
because
a fact.
We are spiritual beings having human experience.
Yeah, because it happens in the spiritual world before it manifests in this physical world.
Come on. And so I say that with like such emphasis that's where it starts. You know, so if I'm going to tell, like, if you wake up and you just like, some people have just bad manners or they're just rude and that shit's okay. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you don't have to be nice, but we all deserve a certain type of common decency. Like how the fuck you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we all respect and earn that, and just by being alive, you know, and the fact that we have to, like, you may or may not be able to get seen at the hospital. Like, we got some real fundamental problems.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
real shit.
Yeah, we free and we could go make as much money as we want to make. But how much fucking money do you need? How much do you really need? Like, what's your number? And then you'll retire. Or will you retire? Or stop working?
It's never enough money, man.
It's never enough money because inflation and all of that. But I'm saying things.
Yes, facts.
What do you need? Like, where do you need to go? Like, okay, we want to travel. Let's travel. If more people travel, guess what happens in travel costs?
It goes down or go up?
It goes down, right? The more people buy, right? It becomes like...
Right, got you.
Or they'll drive the price up. They drive the price up?
Maybe, I guess, maybe, I don't know.
This is an economic question, right? This is where we need an economist, because I think it's really important. There's a clear answer to this right now. The more somebody buys, you know, does the price go up or down?
And it's all demand, supply and demand.
Supply and demand,
right?
You know,
I mean, depending on how much competition there is, you know.
Well, here's the thing.
But the price goes down, though, man. For the most part, the price goes down.
Price goes so here's how the price goes down, because it becomes more planes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More competition,
More
the quote-unquote free
competition.
market, the capitalist free market.
So that's how the frontiers of the world get in for like 100, 200 bucks. You know
Spirit Airlines and shit.
You know, so at the end of the day, if you want to go somewhere, you can go somewhere. You know, it's not too hard to go somewhere. We can live our life, and I think everybody deserves the opportunity to
got
live
a
our
phone
life.
call?
We got a phone call.
Man, right at the last minute, man. You shot the ball right at the 5-second. You know what I mean? Here we go. So, let's see. What's your name and where are you from?
This is Tara, and I am from LA.
Hey, what's up, Tara? How you doing?
I'm doing as well as can be.
I know that's right. Yeah, this is a interesting time. I really appreciate you calling in right now. Tara, a good friend of mine, and just for the record, Tara is a Caucasian woman.
Ah, yes. Let's hear. Do say.
Indeed. I just wanted to say that because it's really important that, I mean, like, we see everybody. This affects everybody right now. This is an American issue. This is a human right issue. In every right. And I'm just interested to know, like, how are you feeling? Like, what's your perspective from your vantage point, and what do you think needs to be done?
I don't know. I think it's like it's a hard spot, right? Because you don't want to talk over other people's voices. People have to are trying to figure out how to be allies, but then you also have the whole thing kind of complicated because you have a lot of people, which is really great, that have never been involved in any kind of movement or any kind of social justice thing before, that are all amped up.
Yes.
Don't have to work or getting outside for the first time. But then you got a lot of those people that don't, that it's like white privilege to be because they can go out there, they can do all this stuff, they can instigate, they can do, and then when the smoke clears, they're not going to feel the effects of what happens because of this. You know what I mean? It's going to come down not on their community. So there's a lot of Instagram girls and people on Facebook, Facebook Live, with their location, talking to their followers, which is great if it's to an end of educating people and making something positive happen, but it's endangering the welfare of people that are out there actually trying to do things. So for me, I'm frustrated because I'm home. I'm still recovering from COVID myself and pneumonia. So, I can't be out there if I wanted to. So it's frustrating because you can't. There's no easy solution, and it's everywhere, and everyone's torn apart, and you're just fuck. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you let us, if you feel comfortable, of course, can you let us know what's the conversation being had amongst white people? What are they saying about this situation? I would like to, not necessarily your viewpoint. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, what do you hear?
Well, what's interesting is it's the internet. So I'm connected to people that I have very little in common with, that I maybe met once in 1997, and we're somehow still connected from taking a class together or something. Or I work in music, so I hire a lot of people and work with a lot of vendors, and I'll see this guy that owns a bus company, and he has this group of all these Southern people, and their viewpoint is it's so bizarre, so it's a lot. The thing I'm seeing that is good is that everybody, I've not met one person that thinks the George Floyd thing was not fucked up, which sometimes in whatever circle, you hear people trying to rationalize.
So we have a baseline. We have a baseline. Yes. We all can agree on that.
And, yes. And I think that's a newer thing for me, for what I've seen being in these different communities, kind of going across these different communities. And it's that's positive, but again, there's a generational gap that I'm seeing, and there's I think a cultural gap with people that are a little less progressive, they immediately obviously get caught up in is the looting, how is the looting thing, and then that is just a distraction, and then the conversation goes the wrong direction. And a lot of that shit is instigated by obviously the government, because a lot of the people that are not, to be a conspiracy, but it goes back to like COINTELPRO and all that shit. You have, whenever you have radical movements, you have people trying to distract and decentralize and make those movements less powerful. So
Right.
I had friends at the protest, downtown, and they said a lot of the breaking of and entering and shit, all of that was happening by and trash can fires happening by white people and people that were seeming to come into the protest and then leave the protest fairly rapidly, not participating in the movement side of it. So it's just a really, obviously it's all, everything is just getting passed through people and it's a lot of conversation, but it's just a scary, weird time,
Yeah, it definitely is a scary, weird time. And I think, because I was out there myself today, and I just kind of was looking and analyzing, and just seeing what was all around, and I noticed that it was a lot of white people, and I noticed that this tactic of the white people being the front line in front of the police, and that kind of being a strategy, which I think is noble, and I think that it's kind of hard to tell people how to protest. And once you kind of get into kind of a fight of some sort, and it's not oh, this is a clean fight and these are the rules, because this is not for sport, this is like a street fight. It's kind of hard to see where it's going to go. It kind of takes its own, it grows its own self. And so, I mean, the last thing I want to see is people out there getting hurt, and, but the thing is we have a big wound that I don't think we've really addressed. It's like we kept putting this Band-Aid on it. And now the wound is at a certain point, you might need to cut that part of the body off, right? But then in this instance, we it's not really a noble thing to cut any parts of the body off right now. I think the body kind of recreates itself, because energy is never created, it's only transferred. So I think more people gonna keep being born, so you can't just say we gonna get rid of people, because more people will be born, and then now what, So it's really important that we get fundamental and start talking about real legislative change. We have hard conversations that we haven't really been able to have before about race, in the history of in this country alone, and
yeah.
And with that being said, it's now it will take white people to get on the front line to help make this change with us, because I believe we can come up with things that we feel we want and need, and how we can process and move forward. But it's such a complex issue, because it's not just the law of what the police do to us. The police are kind of responding, and a lot of times you see that these people might have criminal charges, but then once you go inside these criminal charges, those criminal charges are there for the same reasons why the COVID is running rampant in their community, and diabetes is running rampant in their community, and they have cancers and hypertensions and high blood pressures. And so I think what Cuomo said.
Okay, what did Cuomo say?
So I'll quote it, because I posted it today. Let me.
Okay, while you find that, Tara, what do you have to say?
There's not an easy answer, right? So I think the other challenge is it's people, I think, want to help and they don't know how to help.
Yeah.
And as obviously it's not anyone's job to educate anyone else except for the people who the people who are not of color. It's our job to educate each other. But I think you get a lot of people that are just coming into all of this new, and they're shocked. And I'm trying to be compassionate towards them, because for me, I'm from New York. I remember Amadou Diablo, and
God,
that was the first time that
fucking
I learned
savage.
That, we were I remember being a kid. I'm in high school, and I was like, that was the first time it like really struck me.
He got shot what, like 40 times or some shit? What was that?
40. It was 41 times on his front step.
God damn.
Yeah.
So you had. So excuse me. Hold on one second. So you got Cuomo?
Yeah, I got Cuomo's
What did Cuomo say?
So here's the quote on the 30th. Why are black people dying from COVID at higher rates than white people? Why are health outcomes worse in communities of color? Why did George Floyd die? Why does it all happen again and again? It's all related.
You know, he sound like Jadakiss. Remember Jadakiss had that song? Why? That's what that shit sound like, man. He trying to get his Jadakiss. And right now, Donald Trump trying to be a rapper too. When the looting start, the shooting start, and da-da-da. The nigga trying to be on bars now, man. Funny.
Right. Man, so I mean, yeah, I think people, you know, what's interesting. I'm learning about lobbying a little bit, and I haven't really learned about. I mean, I guess the civil rights movement has been a lobbying effort, you know, and we do a lot of lobbying, and we get things done for corporations, and corporations make a lot of money off of the culture. And I think it's going to be on the earnest of the corporations to help us lobby to get these points across at this point, because we're going to need legislative change, and it's going to have to be comprehensive reform. Like, and reparations is not off the table.
Woo! I was waiting for that word.
It's not off the table, and it's just the way that we have to do it. You know, I do think that it's not just giving people a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be honest about that. Like,
facts.
I can give you a bunch of money, but if you
what you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do? How
you just a fool with $1 million.
Give me a business plan for $1 million
or some education, healthcare.
How you gonna spend $1 million? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want $1 million cash. You want $1 million in assets.
Something, you know what I'm saying? Something that can turn over.
Yeah, we don't want cash. Fuck that, man. We want stake in these companies or something. You know what I'm saying?
We want not just stock options either. We want like equity. We need real estate. You know what I'm saying? We need education, and we need time. We need our time back at the same time. But we need time to figure out ourselves, but we can't just stop. But that's what COVID has been about. So I really feel like we've been having that time to really figure out who we are. We have the internet for some, what is it, 27 years now almost?
Damn, has it been?
Yeah, about 27 years. You know, people are very smart. People are very intellectual on all the subjects. All the sports. It's really important right now that we don't just look for one leader. I'm going to say that again, because I don't think people really realize it. I think we need a lot of leaders. I think we need a team of leaders. We need a bunch of leaders.
Yeah, we need economic leaders. You need education leaders. You need street leaders.
Specialty leaders. You feel me? Because when you have one leader and that leader die.
Right, what happens? You need
an
organization.
All the leaders can't come from the spiritual community. We want the spiritual leaders because they're important. We won't covet, but everybody got spiritual leaders already. A lot of people got spiritual leaders.
So 424-261-3107, 424-261-3107. We've already been on for like 2 hours.
It fly.
And we had a lot of great phone calls. If you're out there and you're like, I want to call, but I don't know. Right now is your time to call. Will we have this in the future? Sure. Can I tell you when? No. Okay. Right. But right now, go to CIRC7 News on YouTube. CIRC7 News, replace the L with a 7, and go ahead and subscribe to that right there. Let's see what else. If you're on, I don't think you're on Instagram at this point.
Nah, we're still on Facebook Live, but we will be back. We're gonna tune in. We're just getting started, man. There's a lot of things underway. A lot of I want to say a lot of announcements. Just some things to announce will be coming soon, and it's time. It's time right now I mean, strengthen your mind right now. Strengthen your mind, strengthen your body. This is
Yeah.
if you didn't do Ramadan, now it's time to do a cleanse. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm starting to cleanse tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do a 28-day diet.
Wow.
I'm committing myself right now.
I say take it one day at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it one day at a time, but I'm gonna do a 28-day cleanse right now.
Yeah, we was about to do that too. We do the master cleanse. We about to do the master cleanse, man.
I'm just getting
get the toxins out, start
get the
over.
Toxins out, start over.
Build your immune system.
Yeah, full moon cycle, you know.
Yeah, and then it gets you mentally and spiritually sharp too.
Yeah, it's just important, guys.
That's why the Muslims do it Ramadan, like you said.
Yeah, it's important, you know. And I get it, you know. And whatever your rhythm is, get into it. You feel me?
That's great advice, man. I mean, shit, that's about it, man.
Hey, God bless y'all, man. I'm gonna take this call. My brother calling.
On air, off air.
What's happening, bro? Look at him. There he is. We live right now, man. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. With my brother Ali right there. Got my boy Marcus right here. Ali, look.
What's up, brother? All right, man. Look like my son.
Come on, man. Talk about it. How you feeling tonight, man? What's going on, man? What's happening in the world, man? What is going through your mind with all of this, bro? I said, what's going on through your mind with all of this protest and everything that's happening, man?
Real shit.
Ain't nothing new, and I was talking to Cal too. I guess social media did a good job with bridging the gap from like the athletes, entertainers a long time ago, so you can actually connect to them or whatnot. Get to them, that's cool. But this is probably the best thing that they did, I think, because now you can see it more.
Yes.
It's in your face.
That's a fact.
Like, and that's that's a good thing. But as far as this stuff goes, man, it's mixed emotions for sure, because it's like we talk all the time, bro.
So they can't hear.
I don't give a flying fuck about Gucci
Keep me trying to find it.
and Target and
There we go.
Louis and all this stuff. So I'm happy. I mean, not happy. I ain't gonna say happy, but I'm at ease that they're not doing what they did in the '90s and fucked up our own community. You know, that makes it feel a little bit better. But also we just gotta strategically think about what we're doing. You know, as far as going out there and just looting and everything or whatever the case is, because now you're taking it to robbery and theft. Now you can go to jail.
Exactly.
Giving them a reason to police now.
I feel that, brother.
Yeah,
so I'm never justified. Like, here's the thing: you can never tell me that any of these lives are justified for being like you can justify these officers taking their lives. Never. I've never felt that way. But you know me, brother. I'm the counter guy. The thing is, we got to do better. We got to make sure that we driving around with our seatbelt on and have our papers correct or whatever the case is. Like, don't tell me like, oh, I ain't do nothing, but the car is smelling like a bunch of weed, and you like, what you pull me over for? You know, and the car, and you got an open bottle, and you have no license, and you know you don't have a seatbelt on. Like,
real shit.
Just come correct is how I feel, right, bro? Just come correct and have a better plan, and then we can make the changes. I feel, bro. Like as far as this goes, the looting and stuff. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Everybody, people are just upset, and that's good. Like put pressure on them. But I want to see people. I want to see cats with the legalized guns. We just gotta come more correct.
Facts.
So they can't just say thugs to us over and over or whatever the case is. Like that's kind of what's going through. So like I'm down. Like I've been talking to a few people. You already know, Chris. I've been talking to cats out there, and I'm like, just stand your ground. But sure, stand your ground. But at the same time, stay sharp. Like if you know what you're coming with, like if you got facts, like we say, if you got facts to stand on and stand behind, then do that. But at the same time, don't just be out there just like what they call culture vulturing. Don't be out there just just fucking around, you know, like just trying to come up right now.
There's
like,
a lot of
that's not what it's about.
Real shit, bro.
Real talk, bro. There's a lot of sightseers and people that are just opportunists. Like, ooh, I can go get some. Ooh, they gonna run in the Gucci store. Yeah, the drip is gonna be there. Like, nah, that's not what this is about right now.
and they forget that it's that this corona stuff is this corona
Word.
Stuff is
It's a real thing.
Niggas forgot that shit already.
Who's gonna buy this Gucci stuff? Like when you get it all, you know?
Right.
So I was telling my wife.
You gonna wear it, nigga?
Hey, look, I'm waiting for my unemployment shit, bro.
You feel me?
So let's just be real.
Because right now it's a break time, you know. But so I mean, I do agree with you 100%, man. It's even being said that a lot of the looting and stuff is going on. Like I mean, you're hearing it from government officials saying like these people are not the people who are out here peacefully protesting. You know, these people are, I don't know, they're unidentified people.
The Antifa.
You know?
A lot of these white boys, like the youngsters, are Antifa, man. Anti-fascists, man.
Do they got a lot of money?
Yeah.
Nah, they're like pseudo terrorists, like pseudo though, like weak terrorists. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bunch of like gothic white boys. You know what I'm saying? That live on the street. You know what I mean? I don't want to disparage all of them, but you know what I mean? It's a.
But let's, I mean, the reality is like the mass majority. That's you know, like yeah, the mass majority of it is exactly what you're saying. King, I hear you, and that's real. Because I've seen like they're taking advantage of the situation, you know. But I guess it's a little baffling though, because at the same time it's like this is what we need though. We do need some of these white. We need a lot of these white folks to finally like start. I was in Westlake Village, like Thousand Oaks, California, right? Like all white folks. I seen a protest going on, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on over there? I'm thinking it's like some going against the grain, going against what we got going on.
Right.
And then I had to go to that stoplight to get on the highway. So I go to the stoplight, and I see signs from I didn't even see no black people out there, bro. I see all little young white teens and Asian and Mexican teens, and they're protesting. You know, they're like Black Lives Matter. They're like silence. You know, whatever's going on, silence is no different or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I looked at them and I had to give them, you know, I gave them a pound and a piece or whatnot. But I'm just like, I mean, I can't hate on them all the way because that's one thing. If they're in the white neighborhoods and that's what we need. We do need that. We need them people to step up and be like, this right is right and wrong is wrong, bro. It's that simple. I try to live my life fair as possible. You know, this quest like, am I fair all the time? Hell no. I don't think
anybody is like everybody got a little something.
Nobody's perfect. But I try to make sure that I live my life fair. You know, like yeah, like at the end of the day, you want to be fair, bro. Like, okay, that's fucked up. Don't just be a fucked up person, and you know, like people that's why. Let's call it a spade a spade. We grew up in the inner city or whatnot. We know people. I mean, people know people that do this thing called flocking and stuff like that. I've never supported flockers or whatever the case is because it's like, wait, you telling me you guys are going into people's houses that work hard for a living and you're going to steal their stuff, you know? But yet, none of you guys,
Oh no.
Oh my bad, bro.
I'm trying to call him back.
Hello, you're live on air. You got something to say?
I do. This is Terry from Inglewood.
Okay, hey, hold on one second. Hold on. You're on hold.
Yeah, I lost you. I pushed the button on you real quick, man. But no, you on it, man. I mean, it's important. We have responsibility, bro, and we all have to be accountable. I keep saying we have a seat at the table. Everybody has a seat at the table, and you get to a certain point in life where it's like, okay, so what are you gonna offer? What are you gonna do? The greatest ones from back in the day, that made it through and still have time to spend with their family and could do certain things, make certain sacrifices to make businesses and to switch over and to do things in a different way, because at a certain point you can't keep just doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you gotta grow up at a certain point. Like at a certain point, and a lot of us did it because it was either fun, it was part of the crew, it was something to do. Some of us did it because we was real hustlers, whatever. However, whatever you was doing, at the end of the day, at a certain point, you raise up and you like, okay, hey man, Man, we gonna get a car wash. You know what I'm saying? We gonna shit, man. We gotta do something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cause this ain't it, bro.
And that's man, the reality is, bro, you like certain cats is raised right, but you can't even blame it on being raised right or not. Like you say, like that's
A lot of us had to raise ourselves, bro. And you can't even blame our parents. Our parents did what they did.
Yeah. However it is, the sad part is people like the product of your environment is real in a sense because people like to blame it on certain things, and it's like, bro, no. We all turn into adults sooner rather than later, you know. So the reality is, you need to grow up a little sooner and know that this is not right. Like,
but I will say this, like, a lot of that is due to us not being able to have a proper coping mechanism in black community, in the family structure. Like, we were always taught to be tough and strong. So it's a range of issues that people go through and challenges and things that they might go against the grain, that people might look down and frown upon them. Like when like as simple as the dope dealer thought he was doing something because he was able to come in and pay the bills for everything, and then mom didn't want to take the money or something. You know, you see that on Menace Society, you know what I'm saying? Or something. But it's like, at the end of the day, regardless of like how you went about doing what you did, a lot of people, like, I speak to my cousin a lot about it because he spent 25 years and he's been in jail over half his life. He got 25 to life, and he's been pleading his case to come on because his third strike is a
misdemeanor.
No, it's not a misdemeanor. It's
non-violent.
It's okay. He had an unloaded gun and he robbed the policeman.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it
wasn't.
Yeah. But let's think about this, bro. That's some petty shit. How much does the pizza man got? How much dough does he have?
Oh, I thought you said the police.
No.
Oh, the pizza man. Oh. I'm about to say this nigga gangster, bro.
Not the police officer. Excuse me. If I said that, I'm completely wrong. He robbed the pizza man, but he was at the time. He's using drugs, bro. He's mentally ill. He's pain. He's in pain. He had went through that trauma with his parents and all of that, and he didn't have an outlet nowhere, and nobody could talk to him about that shit. He didn't have no outlet for it, so he just went to the streets and just made. He's 50 years old now, and now he realized, like, man, I was just hurting, bro. I didn't feel like nobody loved me, and I was in pain. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I want.
Right. Now, we was on the same. See, now the dynamics changed when you said pizza man.
It's off the table, right? It's off the table.
Yeah. You was playing with death. We got one more phone call I'm trying to go to. Oh, no, I was just going to say thanks for calling, man. We got one more phone call and we about to get off air, man. So I just wanted to say thank you for contributing, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Okay. You want me to get off now, you said?
Basically. All right, thank you, brother.
Hey, man, I love you for calling in, bro. We're going to do this again. All right, respect, bro. Yeah, for sure. I'm there. All right, bet. You got it.
All right, thanks for holding. You will be the last call of the day.
Yes, indeed.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Hey, this is Terry, and I'm from Inglewood.
Inglewood. They say that the wood is up to no good, but I know better. You hear me?
What's up?
Man, you know, as a mother of a young African-American son, I'm in a very awkward space. I remember 7 years ago, because my son was a baby, I was nursing him and I was watching the Trayvon Martin case. And it was a very, it was a very emotional moment in time, right? And so I fast forward to today thinking, obviously things will get better, and so I'm 7 years in the future and things have not changed, right? Now I am preparing. Then 7 years ago, I was wondering, how do I raise a son in this climate, right? Fast forward now, how do I explain to him how to function in a society that doesn't value his life? right? So it's like I'm in this awkward space. I literally didn't watch TV a lot this morning, and I tuned in at the end of the protest that happened in LA. And so I'm watching a bunch of the faces that are non-Asiatics. And so I'm like, oh, okay, they're like, you know, in support of us. Needless to say, as the night goes on, it goes into looting, it goes into rioting, but I don't see many Asiatics. And I'm like, wait a minute, where are they fighting for our
so-called black people?
Or are they using this opportunity to advance whatever they're doing? You know, I'm just like, I'm in Inglewood, and our city is just being rebuilt, and I'm 41 years old. So, you know, even though the rioting, the looting is happening in Fairfax, it's like, please don't come to our community, because how long does it take for us to reset? What is that, like 20, 30 years? So I'm just, my heart is in a heavy place because it's like, you know, our lives are not valued. There's a young man that was going for a jog, and his life was taken. A young lady was in her home with her spouse, and her life was taken. It's just like, what are we saying to our future to prepare them? Me, I'm like, shit, let's go to the shooting range when you become of age. I mean, let's hit up our councilman, and let's sit there and are we doing like what the Black Panther Party did? We're taking over. Like, no more. Your way isn't working. It's like,
let me ask you this. How would you feel if, like, your son, let's say your son was maybe like 14, 15, how would you feel if he wanted to go out there and protest? What would be your, like, you know, thoughts or advice or whatever?
I need to find out what's his basis for going out there, right? Where is he at emotionally wanting to go? Having to figure out what else can I help him do to get this rage out? Because I'm not a black man, but I would assume he would feel trapped, right? There would be some sort of entrapment that he feels because, you know, you want to get out and be like, yeah, this is how I've been feeling. Like, y'all get to feel this too.
Yeah,
but
that's really what it is.
What expense are you doing it at? Like, at who's suffering when I go out there to smash the police car? When I come back home, is it making my home life better? Am I able to my kids better? Is it making my financial situation better? You know, my community better? Like, at what cost? Because there is a price that we have to pay for this freedom that we're all wanting, this equality that we're wanting. There is a price.
That's a fact.
Right? So,
yeah,
I'm a mama bear, and I'm like, now I have to be, I don't know, I heard the last caller, you know, it was a Caucasian lady saying, you know, I don't know what to say. I would think you should call your friends and say, how do I show up? How do I show up for you?
Right.
What do you need me to do to show up for you? And then it shouldn't be like, oh, can you help us? I guess, you know, a lot of their sentiment is, can we help? No, this is your fight too. This is a human cause. Right. We have been on the front line of Target for so long. You know what I mean? And then when we throw this temper tantrum, now it's like, okay, wait. What do you want? So, you know.
Man, hey, you're right.
That was my rant for the day.
Yeah, nah, you're right. Because, like, let's be honest, white people, they need to talk to themselves, and they need, you know what I mean? Some of our liberal white friends need to go talk to our liberal conservative friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Like, you out there protesting, we need you to go talk to your uncle. You know what I'm saying? We need you to go talk to you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and not just your uncles and your cousins, but your bosses, and your councilmen.
That's what I meant by the uncles and the brothers.
Those are the very people, you know. Like, we need to have this conversation throughout the police department. We need to have this conversation throughout the Capitol. We need to have this conversation throughout the legislative bodies and the people who write these laws. And it's going to take collaboration. That's why it's important that we all feel this pain, because it's our pain, when we all mourn, we mourn the same way y'all. I mean, it might be jokes and all that type of stuff too, but when these mass shootings and stuff happen, that should be crazy to us too. We be mourning that too.
That's a good point,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's the thing. So we mourn with you.
Yeah.
You have to mourn with us, and
Right,
I
right.
appreciate all of my white friends and colleagues and everybody, we said this earlier, who has expressed their pain, their
support,
how this is making them feel. Like, you can't sit here and act like that this is making anybody feel happy and ready to travel and get back to life and go to the concert.
Absolutely not.
No, this is not what this is about. And it's a lot of money at stake. Inglewood is going to be the sport capital of the world. This is going to be the sport in Inglewood capital of the world.
Right.
Shout out to the Butts administration.
Shout out James Butts. I voted for you.
They put together a stellar plan over the years, and now we're going to have a lot of eyeballs and opportunity in the place. How do you become a part of that? You don't throw rocks at the train. You try to figure out how to get something. You try to figure out how to make seats. Or you try to figure out how to drive the fucking train. Or you try to figure out how to be at the stops of the train with commerce. So you can be a part of the movement. You don't just stand around and ask for a fucking job. You understand? Like, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, it is, if you don't create a job, somebody's going to create one for you. And if you don't like it, what are you going to do about it? You didn't create one. And at the end of the day, that's where the line gets drawn, because we can't just get out here and go create this and create that without real opportunity, without real access, without real legislative change, without real collaboration, sometimes with white people. Sometimes we can get and raise capital with all black people. It's not to say that we can't build all black owned businesses and raise our own black owned capital. Jay Moorish raised down there $10 million, asking people for $500. He one of the largest group funds in history. You know what I'm saying? He on some Marcus Garvey type shit. So we can do a lot of different things. We just have to be willing to check our ego at the door, have egoless conversations on both sides of the aisle. And I mean egoless conversations. How do we start dealing with that? We got to kind of go back into the spirituality. If you say you a God-fearing person and you got an ego, what God do you serve? I mean, if we want to just be honest about it all. So, like, it's a full 360 conversation, and everything, you can't say, oh, that's not relevant, or this is not. People gonna paint. Look, the mother who lost her child to gun violence has a different vitriol with gun violence than the person who lost their mother or son to cancer. You understand? It's different type of pain that's there. So that person who dealt with cancer, they gonna be on the cancer front line, and they gonna be making sure. And we need that type of energy from you. And the moment but everybody that's getting killed in the streets, this is a human rights issue, because it could be any one of us. And so it's really important that we just be very mindful on both sides of the aisle, and we need to get rid of the fear. No fear, no doubt, no worry. We're not living in scarcity. We're living in a fully abundant, godly, beautiful world. It's here. It's plentiful. It really is.
It really is.
We just got to get out of the scarce mentality and the lower consciousness vibration.
I want to add something. Right now is not the time to be scared. Because this is as worse as it's gonna get, right? Like, things will be bad, but at the same time, I'm listening to what you're saying, and things are beautiful at the same time as bad. Like coronavirus, oh, it's bad. You can't go here, can't go there, can't do this. But at the same time, you get to spend more time with your family. Man. The air is cleaner, the water is cleaner, less noise pollution, no traffic.
On your rest.
Yeah, so even in this situation where there's looting and all of this stuff, it's beauty in the fact that as a black man, I feel like that Asian woman, that Mexican woman, that white woman, they fucking are supporting me right now for the first time in my fucking life. For the first time in my life, you know what I'm saying? So there is beauty within all things. So now is not the time to be scared. There's never a time to be scared. Like he said, no fear, no doubt, no worries. So we're going to go. Is there anything you would like to say before we leave?
No, that was it. Thank you guys for representing and having an outlet so we can. It's almost therapeutic, you know, to come out and be able to speak amongst your people and your friends and just, you know, get this off our chest so we can collectively move forward.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, peace.
Have a great one. Thank you. Yeah, guys, we'll be back again.
Shit, do this shit every week.
Yeah, we're gonna do it for sure. I'm in. And I appreciate you all tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, on IG. We're gonna get the all of the streams and the keys. We just kind of did this impromptu, but we'll be back. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in to CIRC7E Media.
Yes. All right, man. Peace, man. Make sure you follow. What's your a
DJ called Quest or Elevate Culture. A DJ called Quest, like a tribe called Quest, but I spell Quest QWESS. And also Elevate Culture. Elevate Culture Presents is the production and media company. And yeah, we're just here to elevate.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. I don't know how you watching, but make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, and that's where, you know what I mean, that's the home of this content. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you guys. Peace.